What's up, guys? All right, so one of the things that I really want to talk about is actually based on a few different questions that have been coming in just about walking and people looking for different solutions when it comes to blisters and chafing and just getting bored. And so, if I really tried to condense it into one, it's going to go way beyond 10 minutes. And I've only got so much time to actually start to explain some of these solutions. So I figured I'd like to break it up into a few different installments and just kind of take one thing at a time. And the one thing I want to talk about today is actually entertaining yourself while you're walking. Of course, really when it comes to transformation, if you look at some of the most incredible weight loss success stories ever, really one thing that they all have in common, besides the good, clean nutrition foundation, is walking. Walking. Best of all, is it's free. The human body is made to do it, and it's so simple just to get up and start moving again. It's completely progressive in that you can start at 5 minutes, work up to 10, work up to 15, work up to 30, work up to 45 minutes, and before you know it, you're doing 60 minutes and beyond. But also, let's be real about this. And when it comes to actually getting out there and knocking out your cardio, your walking, or as we here at Reshape call them accelerators because they accelerate your weight loss, if we actually approach it from a very real standpoint, look, we can get bored really easily when we're out there walking. And so one of the first things I like to do is I like to get the gear so I can keep myself entertained as I'm going through it. So one of the first and foremost things that I always rock when I'm running, when I'm walking, whatever, get the iPod. I'm telling you, or any other kind of MP3 player, something that you can listen to your tunes and just stay entertained with. Plus, on top of that, we use the iPod with a lot of my clients and a lot of my transformations. We actually use it to do intervals. And so what we'll do is, you load up all of your songs, and I'm going to have you move faster during one song and then slower during the next. And so we'll just stagger songs. And because of that, because not all songs are the same length, before you know it, you're moving at a fast pace for 4 minutes and a slow pace for 2 minutes, and then a fast pace for 2 minutes and a slow pace for 5 minutes. So you can constantly keep changing up these intervals, and it keeps throwing little curveballs at your body so your body doesn't get used to any specific kind of interval. Henceforth, now we're maximizing our cardio because we're getting these really cool intervals in there in these different time durations. So that's just something really fun that we always do. But on top of that, really nothing, as far as for most of the folks that I've worked with, every once in a while, I can work with someone who they're just driven to get outside and just breathe and experience the outdoors, which is fantastic. I mean, if you can really get into the zone that way, awesome. But if you're like most of us, dude, nothing gets me going like a jam. Like when that song comes on and I can feel the beat and I'm out there going, nothing stops me. And so I can't stress it enough just to invest in some kind of MP3 player or it's that iPod, just because it's going to make life so easy and it's so entertaining when you're out there. In fact, as soon as you do get an iPod, you're going to find that you're going to want to get out there and start walking more, because it's kind of like that trigger where you're like, oh man, I just loaded up a brand new playlist. I'm so stoked to get out there and listen to my music. Don't let yourself listen to it except when you're walking. And sure enough, like I'm stoked to go to the gym. I'm stoked to go walking because I'm loading up new playlists all the time, and I'm always so excited to listen to them. I always hold back, and as soon as I hit the gym or as soon as I hit the pavement and I'm out there going, now I can jam out to my favorite tunes. So it always really helps. Another thing that actually keeps me very entertained when I'm out there rocking and rolling on the pavement and I'm walking and I'm running, heart rate monitor. These things are awesome, and this one here is from Polar. There's several different other brands out there. Garmin makes a really good one, and actually Sportline makes a series of watches where you can actually test your heart rate simply by completing the circuit through the body here. But anyway, this is going to be a heart rate monitor, straps around the chest, and you actually wear a watch with it, and the watch, it sends a signal, this sucker sends a signal to the watch, and this is where you're going to get your heart rate. And really, it is so awesome just to see what's happening in your body from the inside out when your heart rate is up, and when you're walking and when you're doing those intervals, you can start playing in all these different heart rate zones, and before you know it, cardio becomes a game. And 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour flies by like that. So we can always have a lot of fun with that. Now, of course, just springing off from the iPod, of course, you can always get the iPod Touch, or the iPhone has also got just a ton of different things on there for walking, for running, for all of your different workouts. But I can't stress enough, really important, get out there and actually get some gear that's going to inspire you and motivate you to hit the pavement and get going, because it's so important that you stay entertained when you're out there on the road doing your thing. So all right guys, so in a few more installments, I'm going to be talking about getting the right shoes. I want to talk about plantar fasciitis. I want to talk about blisters. I'm going to talk about joint problems. I'm going to talk about chafing in the thighs. I mean, all these different very real aspects of beginning a walking program, because if you're on a journey, especially a journey of massive weight loss, you have to be prepared for all these things, because I promise you they're going to happen. So I wanted to start with the fun stuff as far as the iPod, the heart rate monitors, getting some other fun gear, and I'm going to also introduce some more really cool stuff. I want to talk about the right kind of clothes that you should be wearing, best kind of shoes you should be getting, all kinds of different stuff. So this is the first of quite a few more to come. But really, this is going to be the foundation of your weight loss. It's walking, 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 walking. And the more you do, the more you're going to need to know, because there's going to be little things where your body's just going to start breaking down in a couple different areas. And if we're ready for it, we can handle it. And we're not going to sideline you for 2 weeks before you get right back into the game. So, all right, guys. So get out there, start walking, stay entertained, grab your iPod, grab your heart rate monitor, have some fun with it, and I will see you guys next time. See ya.